Empezamos la canción. Pienso en abril, ¿me entienden? Eso es como va funcionando. Eso es la idea. Avión, todo el mundo ahí. Costa Rica, Costa Rica. La canción empieza, los de Costa Rica se ponen a un lado, todos los demás bajan del avión. Y la canción. Harris, as the teacher, has curriculum goals. And so I'm there to support those to some extent. And I'm also there to provide a different angle into finding both interest in the curriculum and interest in learning. And to the extent that I'm bringing these art forms in, I also want them to experience music and movement and creating together and performance and approaches to literature and written word. So it's all of that together. I mean, it's a combination of access to art that they wouldn't have, and this provides a great framework for it. And it's enhancing, it's juicing up what his learning intentions are. Es que empezamos la canción al bajar del avión. Una vez más, muy rápido, por favor. Los de Costa Rica se ponen aquí, ya están aquí. Los de Costa Rica se ponen aquí. Lo siento. Costa Rica, ya al empezar. Solo voy a hacer esto una vez. Y luego empezamos a cantar. Tiene que bajar en una línea. Yo uso Costa Rica. O ustedes aquí. Y empezamos a cantar. Pienso en abril, en la sencilla contradicción. Mira la lluvia con el sol, un impacto de instante, un tiempo más. Así que lo que no queremos. How do you make a piece of art? How do you rehearse a group of people having to work together to create an image together? How does each of them invest in a character? And it's a character, incidentally, that's from a country that's in a specific political context and a specific historical context. And when they learn a song, those are 3 different songs, one from Costa Rica, one from Venezuela, one from Chile, that each spoke really distinctly to styles, to history, to culture. They got into them, we played with the songs, we sung them a bunch of different ways, and that's an embodied exposure, not only to these cultural aspects and to language, because each of them had really particular language to them that was a combination of slang and really specific cultural language, but also to performing. And performing is an incredible life skill, and they presented to an audience in which they each had to speak. They each had to speak and be coherent and be heard and be understood in Spanish.
Pura vida Costa Rica. Franklin John Diaz, un astrónomo, dijo: nadie llega a ningún lado sin la ayuda de alguien más.
Community is really important to me as an artist, which sounds a little weird because I'm spending so much time alone in the studio, but I love the community and I love to share some of the skills that I have, and I've had some phenomenal teachers in my life, and so if I can teach them in some ways that inspire them how I've been inspired in my life, that's really important to me. So I come away, I mean, I don't see how you do it every day.
You're so good with them. You're natural.
But I do feel energized just from being part of the community and the joy that it brings.
Okay, everybody, look up. Malik has finished his cover, and he's done a really...
Not all of it.
Not all of it.
Other side.
He's still working on it, but he's letting me show you. Look, isn't that really interesting? This is his hardback cover. What's your book about, Malik?
It is about being in the desert as an outcast.
Okay, me in the desert as an outcast.
They're so proud of what they did. I mean, here's, at the start of the project, you're going to write a book and you're going to make an artist book from that, illustrate it or however you want to design it. Well, that seems so overwhelming. But to come through that whole process and to come out with a final product that they've created, and they've participated in a community, and then they shared it with our community on Vashon, doing a book reading. I mean, it's just a great sense of accomplishment.
Probably the favorite part of my book was right at the beginning. I drew a map of Thebes. I looked up Thebes is an ancient Egyptian city. Well, I think it was ancient Egyptian. I don't know if it's still there. But Thebes is an Egyptian city that has the Lambs Museum, some of these I cannot pronounce, the Valleys of the Queens, the Valleys of the Kings. And I looked it up on the internet and found a cool map and copied it down on a piece of paper, cut it in half since it wouldn't fit on one piece of paper, and then glued it into my book.
Nice.